Gelzer.
Hello. Hi, everybody.
Oh man,
How you
Lawanna,
doing?
Lawanna. Okay. Let me make this. Let me make it right. Let me get it right here where I need it to be. Okay, right there. Boom. Okay. All right. Okay. Hey. How you doing, Miss Lawanna Gelzer?
Blessed and highly favored. I'm
Yes,
doing
yes,
wonderful.
yes. Well, look, I was able to come out to one of your events, and like I said, this thing is stirred up already, and I think you really, to me, you look good. I mean, you look good. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I came out there to support and to see the candidates, and like I said, you did your thing. Matter of fact, speaking of you doing your thing, just let me just show it to you. Hold on.
My children is not only had to go to city council meetings, they had to go to budget meetings. They had to understand the process of why we're voting. And some of those young ladies will get job offers, some of them are doctors, lawyers, and some of the young men are too. So I understand investing in our children, but I want us to understand it's a group effort. It's not depending on the recreation department. It's us doing it together. And that's what separates Lawanna from the other two candidates. I know how to find the money and bring the money to the table to make sure we're doing these projects. So I've been doing it all along, but if I need to have all the young people come and tell you how they benefit from it, I'd be glad to do so. But it's about doing the work. It's not always about grandstanding, because that's not who I am. I'm not about that. I have been doing it and I will continue to do it because I believe in my community, I believe in young people, and I understand it's old to say they are the future, but they are. They are. And so we have to make sure that they get involved. So education, looking at the school, understanding if they're graduating rate, what they need, programs to do tutoring. We do that. I have people now that's getting ready to go into Best Band Learning Center and teach AI. Because we need to understand AI. So these are just some of the programs that we're doing, but I will continue to do that work because I believe in our young people. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, yes. Okay, y'all see Lawanna. she she's standing her ground, man. But anyway, like I said, we appreciate you for coming in. You know what I'm saying? Being among, you know what I'm saying, word on the street and being on our platform. So I like to start off by telling you I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that. Now, Erica is gonna get into the first question. You know what I'm saying? Because Erica mainly, a lot of these things kind of coming from what the community is asking, what the community is saying, that what they want to hear from what Erica, I'm gonna say, what Lawanna is gonna do. So we here, we finna talk about it. Erica, are you ready?
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely ready.
Well, well,
Hey,
let's.
Lawana,
Hi.
I'm glad everything is going your way. I'm going to have a couple of different questions
Mhm.
going from urban development to transportation to community to public safety, sustainability, and accountability.
Mhm.
Okay?
Okay.
You're good with all those, right?
Absolutely.
Perfect. G, you fill in where you see fit. Um,
Okay.
and my first question, how will you balance the new developments that are happening in District 5 with the long-standing residents that already own property there or already live there and are renters? And
The
that
ba-
goes to the urban development. Oh, go ahead.
the balance comes from understanding that there has been change in who lives in Paramore or in District 5. Because District 5 is more than just Paramore, but you have to look at the past history. And the past history has not been favorable for our communities. We have been overdeveloped with roads, transportation, lack of the infrastructure. So How do I change that? I make my community and my voters and residents realize that we need to be at the top of the list of receiving what everybody else have receiving in other districts.
And then
So it's
I just have to ask you, not to interject, but a lot of people say, "Oh, that's not my job as a commissioner." So as you're answering, make sure you let us know what is the job, what can the commissioner do versus what you can influence, if that makes sense. But go
but
ahead.
it is my job as the next commissioner to
Yes.
understand growth management and understand the management smart growth. It is my job. It's also my job to let the community know what's going on and not to have checkbox meetings, but have them at the table at the beginning. It is my job to have those who live in this district be represented on those advisory boards so we will have our voice heard at the implementation part. It is my job to listen and represent the people who have elected me. So if someone says it's not their job, they're mistaken and they shouldn't be running for office because it is the job of the commissioner to look at policies and procedures and make sure they do the best thing for the district. Period.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
Mm,
Thank you
all
for
right.
that.
Let
You
me get in there. Let me get in there. Okay. So Lawanna, now my question, like I told you, good cop, bad cop. Basically, with you getting in the race, I mean, and with the other two, um, Commissioner Regina Hill and Shan Rose, you getting in the race at late in the game. How do you feel as far as you coming in the game late? Like what where you at, and how do you think you're standing right now?
I came into the race because I looked at the two candidates and I gave them an opportunity to stop bickering and talk about the issues. I came into the race because I was getting phone calls as early as earlier this year. I came into race because I know I can deliver the services that and represent the district with experience, accountability, and integrity. That's why I'm in the race. Qualifying ended September 11th at 12 p.m. So I
Mm-hmm.
was not late to the game because I wouldn't have been on the ballot if I didn't qualify, meet the qualifications to serve. So coming in the game and moving forward, I feel like the community is happy. I'm getting phone calls. Thank you for entering the race. We were looking for someone to vote because I would be honest, I would have been an undervote. I would have not voted for either of the candidates because they had not earned my vote. So I
Right,
gave the
right.
I gave the residents, the voters, an opportunity to vote for somebody that they could hold accountable and could deliver and has been delivering. Not being in office, I brought way more money to the district than any of those two candidates together. Because it's your job to make sure the policy, but I brought additional money, not being in the district, in the commission. I brought $5 million in 2.5 years to enhance the services for the people in the district. So with my relationships on the state, local, and federal level, Lawanna's ready to get to work and put the district first because we need it
Yes.
Mhm.
first.
I like that. I like that. Yes. Okay. Okay. Well, okay. Erica's gonna get into question number two. Then we're gonna, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna ask you one more. Then we're gonna take a break. But this, I'm feeling you. I'm feeling you right now.
Thank you.
Erica, you ready for question number two?
Sure.
Okay.
And this goes to transportation and infrastructure, Lawana. What are your priorities for improving public transportation and walkability in District 5? As you know, a lot of our residents use public transportation in District 5. And to me, on the east side, it's a lot better than how it is over here on the west side. And I'm not just talking about trash pickup.
As a person, I'm gonna talk first about transportation. Transportation and make it walkable. I remember that Orange County School got a grant for electric buses, but they were utilizing the data of the community in which I would like to represent, meaning the buses should have been in District 5, but they were in Winter Park and other places in Orange County. We don't get to walk in our community because we're on the bus and all the additional roads and expansions that have transpired. You don't just put a new road through our community like I-4. It came through to separate the African Americans from the Caucasian years ago.
That part.
Well, I have to say, the 408, it came to split Paramore and everybody up. It came right through the middle of a community. A lot of times, if you look at history, roads are put in communities of color and it splits us off. It doesn't provide us with the best thing. And we don't even have one electrical bus. And we're using 40% of all the people that use links are African American or reside in District 5. And yet we don't have an electrical bus. Mm-hmm. We don't have the things that make us talk about sustainable and looking at the environment. So as the commissioner, I have been to links. I have provided them with an opportunity to say, can you make this bus stop a living wall bus stop, meaning plants to absorb the emission from all the gases coming through our community and the fumes that we're dealing with. This is what I would like us to do. And it's not hard. It's just you got to have a person in office that understands the impact of just putting more and more cars in our community and the health disparities that it causes.
Wow.
When we talk about infrastructure, we have been on the bottom of the list. And I'm going to talk about Lawanna Gelzer, who moved in Paramore in 1971. I moved on a dirt road in 71. The road that I reside on, a Hill Street, didn't get paved until 81. The city did not return the pave of the road for 40 years. 40 years now. I'm a business owner, taxpayer, but the infrastructure in our community, oh, wait a minute, I don't even have sidewalks on my street. So when I hear people talk about infrastructure, what type of infrastructure? Not for the entire city, but what has been spent in District 5. And I just want to say one other thing, if you don't mind, Erica.
Oh, sure.
Because of the mixed use zoning in our community, so you can have a warehouse near a house or an apartment. That means if it's semi-trucks, they can come through our community. I see it all the time. So semi-trucks, we need them to do what, provide us with the services. However, coming through my roads, coming through my community, you're not repairing my roads for 40 years. So imagine what the damage is to our infrastructure. It's all of these things that contribute to failing the district, and I need us to move to the top of the list. So it's the $1.8 billion budget that the city just passed for effective as of October 1st. District 5 should be at the top of the list getting infrastructure. And that will be my job to continue to make sure we're not left behind and hold them accountable. All my residents, taxpayers, business owners, I need y'all down here at the city council meeting. We need to have our meeting. We coming in. We need to get what we've been paying for as taxpayers. And we've been paying a lot of money, and we don't see any of that coming back to us.
Wow.
That's true.
Wow. Okay. Oh man, Lawanna, you hitting it on the head, and I'm petty. So like I said, I'm petty. So I wanna. My last, the question before we go to a break, I want to know, what I'm saying, that comment you said, you wouldn't vote for either one of the other candidates. Tell me why, what I'm saying? I'm petty, I'm just telling you. So tell me why you won't vote for either one of the other candidates if you wasn't running. You know what I'm saying?
First of all, we have to stop saying we have to vote for the lesser of the two evils. If you say that about somebody, then both of them are evil, or they might not be able to represent you. You must earn my vote, because my vote is my voice, and you don't get it for free by talking a bunch of stuff. You must earn it. It's about respect and understanding. So no, both of the two candidates, I've looked at their performance. I'm not pleased with their performance, and the bickering and The unprofessionalism was just the topper on the cake. But I looked at their performance over the years. I'm not questioning everything they did, but when the community come and say, don't take our National Protected Wetlands Commissioner or Regina Hill, and you take down 8,000 trees, and now we got flooding over in W.D. Judge, and when you talked about Griffin Park, and now it just disappeared, or we can talk about, you're going to talk about housing, the increase of rent and all of these proposed apartments that has been built for affordable. Affordable is not affordable for everybody, so attainable. I am looking at what you have said. The other opponent says she went to 500 meetings. You've been in office since July. It's only 365 days in a year.
Wow.
So I'm reading what they're saying. And wait a minute. I'm a super voter. I'm a taxpayer. I've been a business owner for 45 years. You selected not to send me something that you use my tax dollars to mail, and you left my name off the list. That shows me what type of person you are. Whether you agree with me or not, I would never do that to any resident in the district. So stop doing that. Selecting who could be at the table. I always tell people we have not been at the table. And because we've not been on the table, we have been on the menu. So I would not vote for either one of them because they have not earned my vote. So I would be an undervote.
With that being said, we're going to take a quick commercial break, man. Don't y'all go nowhere. It's just, you know what I'm saying? We got Lawanna Gelzer in the building, and she doing her thing, man, and that's what it's all about. And we appreciate y'all. Y'all keep hanging out with us. Don't go nowhere.
Yo, what it does, this your boy Ricky Rouse, and I want to send a big happy anniversary to Word on the Streets. It's legendary. Help artists like me grind in the South, help getting them that extra exposure. So shout out to my homie G, Word on the Streets, keep it trill, Rick Rouse. Debut album, Port of Miami, you already know, go get that. Yeah.
Damn, he came back.
Okay, we back. Yeah, we back. You know what I'm saying? We back real right on it, Lawanna. We back at it, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Okay, that go Erica. Okay, we're gonna get into this next part. But before we get into this next part, you know what I'm saying? I had to find somebody that's, you know what I'm saying, he's in District 5 and like I said, I want to know what he feels about Lawanna Gelzer. So we're going to bring in my man, Octavian. Let's bring him in. Octavian. Okay, what's going on, my man? What's going on? How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. Thanks for having me. You're giving me a break with my kids. So.
Okay. Well, listen, man. You know what I'm saying? You in District 5. Let us know, you know what I'm saying, your relationship. How do you feel about Lawanna Gelzer being the commissioner for District 5?
So yeah, I met Lawanna during my advocacy for the Stop Soto Shelter. Basically, the first time I heard Lawanna address City Council was in December or January of this year, and so impressed that I literally got up and I went to go sit next to her, and we've been friends ever since. But what impressed me was her passion, her advocacy to protect her community, and her fearless attitude when addressing bullshit, you know, from the mayor. So, and then you contrast that with the voting history of Regina and Rose, and it seems like Rose and Regina, their policy is to literally just support whatever the mayor wants, and maybe a little bit of what they want. But I've yet to hear either Regina or Rose vote against anything the mayor wants. Whereas Lawanna is a fierce advocate for all the BS that the mayor has put in Paramore. You know, I've become very, knowledgeable and acute to the increased homeless population, both in downtown and in Paramore and in Soto. So
Wow.
doesn't have to be that way, and regardless of what their narrative that, oh, it's affordable housing, regardless, they do not have to put all the homeless services in literally one city block that is what 4 blocks from downtown. They've caused this. uh,
Right. Right. So
and
you basically saying we don't just need to get somebody back in there that's just gonna believe everything but a die say. But a die say, you know what I'm saying, go left, then everybody has to go left. So you're basically saying you tired of that, right? You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's what I'm in a nutshell really getting, right?
I hate to say it, but the city of Orlando is a very mayor, strong city. So the mayor has way more control and way more influence than any commissioner. And so, unfortunately, it's he has the most power over what course the city takes to develop their vision. But people need to stand up to his. I hate to call it treachery, but I'm that's the way I'm starting to look at it. Literally, I feel like he's trying to, move homeless people from areas that he doesn't want them into areas that he feels like he can get away with having them.
Okay, okay. Well, look, so you are in District 5, right?
I'm in Soto, so I mean, I'm what I'm 1.6 miles from Paramore.
Right. Okay. Okay. So will you be casting your vote for Lawanna Gelzer?
I can't. I mean, as somebody that lives in District 5, I can't. But I'm doing everything I can to let everybody I know in District 5, like all the people in the high rises, hey, it's important to vote. One of the reasons these people are in power is the ridiculously low voter turnout. You know,
Yes.
Mayor Dyer
Yes.
the system so that the voting is on off election times, so it makes voter turnout even lower. It's already low, and by it being in off years, it's even lower. Like he
Wow.
during his last election, he won 17,000 votes. That's all that was required to be the mayor of Orlando.
Wow.
It's insane to me. It's insane.
Well, wow, man, we appreciate having you on, man. You dropped some good knowledge on us that we didn't really even know, but we appreciate you coming on, Octavian. And we gonna get back at you, man. And we want you to stay locked into the show, man, because you got a lot to say. You got a lot to say, and you know what I'm saying. So we definitely want to keep you locked. All right.
All right, cool.
We appreciate you, bro. You know what I'm saying? So hey man, y'all see, man, we got supporters out there of Lawanna. You know what I'm saying? Supporters out there. This man say he wanna just get him some pom poms and just you know what I'm saying, just put Lawanna in that seat, man. And even if he ain't able to vote, he wanna tell somebody to vote for her. And that's big. That's really big. I mean,
and he is doing that with his team.
yes.
And everybody was concerned about why would I partner with Soto? Anybody that's putting a homeless shelter in the community has not done the research. We need to understand the type of shelters that we put in our communities. And there was going to be any and everybody that could come in, no background checks, no nothing. It was very close to a school. It was not going to be the best thing for the community. So I was not against my houseless population. I'm for them. I just want you to put the best and stop throwing money away. So I didn't know if you were going to talk about the homelessness, and I didn't want to steer that way, but I just recently saw both of them, both commissioners in the past. Regina, we put more in our district. Shaniqua just voted and led the vote to put another 300 beds, 350 beds in the Paramore community. And they always rescind this ordinance that we put in place that no homeless shelters or social services that were allowed to expand, relocate, or build new. All they do is every vote rescinded. And then I just saw them vote $3 million to put 2 buses in the Paramount community, and it's going to be 42 people, 21 on each bus, but it's just a bed at night. It's not no kitchen. It's not anything. This is inhumane. I wouldn't want to live like that. You could put them in a hotel or apartments for less than $3 million. So this is a wasteful spending. And this is what we've been fighting for. We're not against this. We have talked about housing first. It's a way we can do this right. And the last time I spoke about the homeless population and the homeless services, the Commission of Homelessness was getting $300,000. And that's the group that all the different homeless shelters belong to. And I went online and I looked at their performance, because when you get federal funds and stuff, you have to be able to show people in a dashboard, like I can, my funding, what I'm doing, my minutes and everything. And as a whole, they got a D performance. Last I checked, when you get a D, that's not good.
Exactly.
That's not good performance.
Yeah, very poor, very poor.
And they got $300,000 anyway. But what was so funny, Octavia and others, we had a community meeting at Miss Betty Resilient Hub, and we went to look at it. They had made that report. You have to access it with a password now. So they didn't want people to know. And I just want to say one other thing about homelessness. The city in 2023, December, gave $25 million to 5 homeless shelters. 4 of them were in Paramount community with no RFP, no request for proposal. Yes, it was money left over from the American Rescue Act, but $25 million, and you didn't have to ask for it. You just got it. And you got a D performance. So we can't keep throwing away good money for poor results. We can do better. Housing first is what we can do. We got to do better. We don't have the money to continue to do these things.
Well, listen, Lawanna, we need you to save some of this fight, man, for the, you know what I'm saying, save some of this fight for the debate, man. Don't get all to them now. I mean, save some of this fight for the debate, man. So anyway, that's what I'm talking about. That's October the 15th. It's going down. Who was, you know what I'm saying, the rumble in the jungle. Anyway, Erica's going to ask you one more question, and then I'm going to ask, you know what I'm saying, one question. We're going to get ready to close it out, because we want to make sure we give, you know what I'm saying, each candidate their space. You know what I'm saying? We extend our arms, and we appreciate you for being first and coming on the platform and saying what you saying. We want to hear from Regina. Regina, if you watching, we want to hear from you. Shan Rose, if you watching, we want to hear from you. So, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, to back up what Lawanna is saying. But like I said, she's got one more question, and then I'm going to ask one question, and we're going to get on up out of here, because we don't want to be before you too long. We just do a power hour. That's what this whole thing about. Shout out to my man Nine. I see you, you know what I'm saying? And to some of my guests that's watching, you know what I'm saying? After my last question, if y'all want to spill in and ask a few questions before Lawanna goes, type it in. Get it ready. Get it ready. Get ready. That's all I'm going to tell you. Okay, Erica, you ready?
Lawanna, I had a fancy question to ask you, but since I only got one last question, I'm going to ask you what they taught me in journalism school. Is there anything that you would like to say that you haven't said already, or that we haven't asked you?
When I talk about integrity, I talk about integrity. I always pride myself on the shoulders that I stand on. It's important for me to understand civic engagement. I'm a researcher. I'm not an information hoarder. So when I'm showing up to city council, when I do come, I already pulled the city council agenda for Monday. I went through it thoroughly. I'm about bringing information and ideas and solutions. I'm not calling people out. I'm saying I can work with anybody. And I'll say it over and over again. My background and the ability to work across the aisle, even though this is a nonpartisan race, allowed me to get $5 million in the last 2.5 years. That's not an easy feat. It's not. So I do know what to do, but I my educational background, I have a finance, economics, and mathematics background. I'm a statistician if I need to be one. I'm strong in certain areas, but the most important thing is I know what a public servant is. It's to serve the district. It's to serve the community. And when the people talk about it was a mayor driven, it is, but it's 6 commissioners. We can vote against him if we stand up. And I'm not
Right.
afraid to stand
Wow.
up. I'm just saying that in negotiation, like Griffin Park, you're going to get ready to put 1,000 units there. And you didn't ask the question about how many would be attainable, affordable, how many would be for seniors, how many would be market rate. You didn't ask the question because either you don't understand your job or you don't understand negotiation and strategy. And if you
Mm.
had it in writing, then you could hold them accountable, unlike what happened to Paramount Oaks, where everybody rent's been going up for years now and they're getting put out. So
Yeah.
that's what I bring to the table. Not afraid to say, this is what the community needs, and this is what I'm here to serve. And I'm going to not say, oh, I got this. I know what you know. I don't know what everybody know, and I don't know everything, but I know how to put people at the table and stop having them on the menu. That's what I am.
Wow.
So
Y'all
what
here
is
come Lawanna
this is
Gelzer.
about my people. I'm passionate. You can say whatever you want about me. I'm happy who I am. I'm grateful for this opportunity. And I'm going to say this. You've had Regina. You've had Shaniqua. Are you pleased with what they've done? Why do you need to go back if you're not pleased with what they've done? But
Wow.
Gelzer has been doing the work regardless of being in office. That should let you know
Listen.
how committed I am. And one other thing, Gelzer pays for her elections. So I am not beholden to who the special interest group. I am an independent voice, and the independent voice is for the district I want to represent.
That's
Okay,
right.
y'all here, man.
Girl.
Hey, man, with that being said, man, last question, man. Okay, y'all know I told y'all I'm petty. So speaking of petty, you know what I'm saying? What you running this race, smoke is gonna come. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, the allegations are gonna come. You know what I'm saying? The truth is gonna come. The lies gonna come. How do you deal with the smoke? How do you deal with the insults? How do you deal with the allegations that's coming, down your pipe? Because it's gonna come, whether it comes tomorrow, you know what I'm saying, or it has came. How do you deal with it?
I'm an open book. I'm not afraid to say I am human, but I am proud of the child or the daughter my late father and late mother has raised. I'm a child of God. I fear God. I don't use him. I fear him. And so, yes, last year there was a fraudulent lawsuit filed against me a week before the election, and someone is trying to bring that back up, bring it up. And it was shut down because there's nothing there. I don't owe nobody no money. I made some decisions, and I'm proud of my decisions. But I've not worked for somebody since 2006. I am
Wow.
an entrepreneur. I understand being a consultant. I understand how to take care of myself and my family. And I'm proud of the relationships that I built with other people. So if people want to say some negative stuff, that means I'm doing well. And I just want to say something to you, Mr. Turner. When you said I went first, well, sometimes you don't have to be fearful of being first. I'm first on the ballot. Come on, let them listen to what I had to say. Let them address what I've said. Let them study what I said. I got more. I'm not
Right.
reading no notes. I don't have my phone in front of me. This is
Right.
stuff I know because I am passionate about it. So I'm open book. All you can say is it's gonna be lies. Cause I'll say this: if Lawanna Gelzer had really something that people wanted to question me about how I spend money, grant money and stuff, I believe that the funders would have called me out and filed some kind of complaints on me. There's no complaints out there. I've passed every type of federal background check you can ever imagine. I am certified
Don't
until
hurt him. Don't hurt him.
2027.
Don't hurt him. Lawanna,
So I am saying,
save some of what for
saying
the
to
debate.
say it's out there. So I appreciate the question, but I want people to know if there's a tax on Lawanna Gelzer, Lawanna must not only be the first on the ballot. In 23 days, Lawanna must be first in the votes minds of the residents. They want to vote for Gelzer, so now you need to deter them. But you've been in the race for the longest. So why all of a sudden in 23 days you worrying about Gelzer? If you were worrying about your race, focus on your race, because that's what I'm doing. I'm not on Facebook and all of that stuff. That's not me.
Let's go to the line. Let's go to the line. I need you to read this, Erica. We got Stan Lewis. Let's see what he said. Can you see it, Erica?
I know, right?
Can you read it? Hey,
you should have told me.
I need
okay, let's see here. Miss Gelzer, as a person that was raised by the community in the 5th district, I would love to bring my small business to the district. Are there any plans, incentives to bring small businesses back?
Okay, absolutely. There's several places. It depends on your location. If you're within the CRA or the downtown development, there are micro grants up to $40,000 and sometimes more than that for side grants. I need to know the location where you want to put your business at and where you want to bring it back. I'm going to say this, give Lawanna a call, 407-953-5599. Let's see what we can do. I have friends that are in business. I don't know everything, but sometimes the best thing is networking and communicating with people and sharing information.
Let me tell you something. There's nothing like a commissioner that gives you their cell phone number. Let's give that the applause, G.
Yes. You like Mike Jones. She give out her real phone number.
Yeah.
Anyway, y'all see it, man. That's what I'm talking about. Lawanna, you know what I'm saying? We have any more questions? If y'all want to Instagram, if y'all got anything, Facebook, you know what I'm saying, as well as YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Now's the time. My boy Wilcox, Donald Wilcox, he said, "What's up?" On Instagram. My boy Mo said, "How you doing, Lawanna?" You know what I'm saying? So you got a couple people that's speaking at you.
I got a personal text from somebody that's watching, and I guess they're afraid to comment, G and Lawanna.
Okay, we'll go ahead.
They want to know what's going to be different in the first 100 days.
What's going to be different is sharing of information, looking at the city budget that was $1.8 billion and looking at how we can have more representation from districts 5 and 6. We're not even on these advisory boards. Looking at the growth management plan, it's not hard to see that we've been left behind. And I'm going to say this, as a business owner of 45 years, I don't need us to just park cars. There's other funding out there. I know we have somebody in the White House that's cut a lot of funding. It hurt me. I lost $3.7 million this year of funding. It was pulled back. So I know what's going on. And I had to reevaluate and do something. But we must be able to live. $1.8 billion and looking at micro grants that are out there from philanthropy organizations, we will be able to survive this. I'm going to say this about brothers and sisters especially. We are a resilient group of people. We have been through a whole lot.
That's true.
We will be able to manage through this together. And remember the shoulders that we are standing on. And if we look at that strength and our faith, there's nothing we can't do together.
Right.
So in the first 100 days, I'm going to recognize y'all and be grateful that you finally gave me a chance to represent you. And then I'm going to say, I'm a part of this group. I mean, I just got another 50 grand to do management of hurricanes disasters. It's other funding out there. And I remember last year I did Environmental Justice Summit. Some of those groups came away with $800,000 grants. So we are finding the money. And when I will have another meeting, invite everybody, just come. Sometimes we have to get past, I don't like her, or I don't think I can do this, and say, we can together. If you're looking for somebody to help you, we will find the persons to help you. All I'm saying is give Gelzer a chance because she's ready to serve you because she's been serving you all along.
Y'all here. Y'all here, man. You got some more, Lawanna? Go ahead.
Yeah, my title is Community Advocate. I work for the community because that's who I am. And I can't take all the credit. That's how I was raised. I remember when my family moved here in 1971. Do anybody remember what redlining is? That means we couldn't buy houses and get mortgages in our community. My parents had just moved here and was plaintiffs on the redlining lawsuit that was filed. So some of us that live in the suburbs, I'm grateful that my parents weren't afraid to be a part of that lawsuit. So I'm standing on shoulders. I come from farmers who was a part of the Grant Francis multi-billion-dollar lawsuit. Yeah, I come from farmers in Georgia. Yeah, that's where I'm coming from. When I say I come from some shoulders, I'm standing on some shoulders. That's all I knew. That's all we're about serving our community. And I'm proud of you.
Y'all hear from Lawanna Gelzer. You know what I'm saying? She's showing out tonight. Let's save some of that for the debate. Like I said, save a lot of that for the debate. That's going down October 15th. That's going down October 15th. Lawanna has confirmed. You know what I'm saying? Lawanna has confirmed. Commissioner Regina Hill, you know what I'm saying? It's tentative. Shan Road is tentative. That's right, going down. You know what I'm saying? So y'all make sure y'all be in the place because it's gonna be exciting. Let me explain how we do this. You know what I'm saying? In case y'all don't know, we have a debate, right? You know what I'm saying? And what makes our debate so different from all the other town hall meetings is because we have a system set up where y'all can watch it at home. You know what I'm saying? On YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram. You can watch it live. So now we live in the building. None of these other candidates not candidates. None of these other people that's doing debates is sharing it the way we sharing it. We got a platform for you to see it that night. And then if you don't see it that night, you can see it the next night.
Mm-hmm.
So on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. So it's mandatory that the three candidates show up and show out. It's just that simple. And Regina, if you watching, Shan, if you watching, it's imperative. You know what I'm saying? You need to be in the building. So we're gonna make sure we're gonna run this debate, you know what I'm saying, with or without you. But like I said, with or without you. So look forward to it. It's going down October the 15th. It's gonna be, like I said, I don't just half do it. Y'all see, I ain't just got a phone stuck in front of me and we doing a podcast. You know what I'm saying? This is production over here. So some of y'all little bitty puppets that's watching, you know what I'm saying? Get your weight up. We got commercials. We got, you know what I'm saying? We got advertisers. And not discredibility and none of you other guys doing your podcast. Thumbs up. But there's levels to this game. And with Lawanna, what she's doing, there's levels to this game. So hey man, we definitely appreciate you. We appreciate you, Lawanna. We appreciate you for taking your time out and not getting so Hollywood because you know people get Hollywood when they finally get some people to shake their hands and they feel like I'll get back with you, G. I'll get back with you. I gotta check my schedule. You know what I'm saying?
Or Erica.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So people get Hollywood when they get a couple people to shake their hands, and we like to, you know, say thank you once again for coming on the platform. And we, you know, I'm not saying, and let me say that with all due respect, I'm not saying Regina did that. I'm not saying Sharon Rose did that. So I hope no one takes that as an offense. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm telling you, people in general, you know what I'm saying? So I don't want people to take it out of content and say, well, hey, he said I'm Hollywood, and you know what I'm saying? Don't get tender. I didn't
Yeah,
say
yeah.
no
Don't
name.
get tender. I
Right.
agree with you, G.
I didn't say no name. So, but we gonna get ready to close out. I think I got a couple guests and popped in, and they want to say something. You know what I'm saying? My dog, I gotta let my dog here say something. Read what he says, Erica, if you can.
All right, let's see
My dog,
here.
Sugar
Shout
Black.
out to you. Shout out to you, G Money, for being able to share the platform and debate. Shout out to you.
Okay.
Hold on. It might be more.
No, that
But okay.
you know what I'm saying? So Danny's shout out to my man. I see you, Sugar Black. I appreciate it, man.
And then
I
he
appreciate
said
it.
it's levels,
Yes,
which
yes.
yes, so he's
Right.
agreeing with you that it's levels.
Right. We're gonna get my dude Sugar Black on the show as well. You know what I'm saying? That's a very educated dude, man, and I appreciate
Yeah,
him for being
super,
on
super educated.
the platform and just giving me his nuggets and giving me his opinions. And real quick before we go, you know what I'm saying? Man, and Sugar Black, uh, he he made me so aware of this yesterday. Okay, we talked about Lawanna. We talked about the thing that's going around with the Sharon Rose on one side, and on the flip side is Commissioner Regina Hill thing, and you know, we was talking about it, and my man Sugar Black said, if Sharon Rose didn't have nothing to do with it, why won't she denounce it? And that made a lot of sense that I didn't even think about. If you don't have anything to do with this, why you want to? I mean, because if I didn't put something out there about Lawanna or Erica, then I'm gonna at least come up and say, hey, I didn't do that. That's not my character. That's not
Mm-hmm.
me. You know what I'm saying? I didn't advise that. I didn't give no green light on that. I'm gonna say something, you know. So I'm just making a point for my man Sugar Black. You made me aware, and I was out there in the truck today, Sugar Black. We talked about that, and you hit that on the head, making me aware of that. That was a good point there. So shout out to my man DJ Sugar Black. Yeah. Y'all got to excuse me, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, like I said, it's been a great show, Lawanna. We appreciate you.
Gee, you didn't let her answer.
Okay.
You
Okay.
asked her the question. What does she think about that negative campaigning?
Okay. Well, I thought I did. Did I let you answer?
I've seen the flyers.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell you this: Lawanna don't throw no rocks and hide her hand.
I'll
If
tell
I got
you.
if I got something to say about anybody, I'm bringing the facts and the truth. I'm not attacking anybody on their character unless it's questionable to the community. But I will bring the facts. I don't do that, and that I know where that flyer came from, and so I'm going to go along with what the DJ, Sugar D Black, he
Yeah.
said.
Well. Wait a minute. Where did it come from,
I
Lawanna?
just believe it
We're not
came
gonna
from
get
a
into.
camp, and I'm going to. That person has been hired by one of the opponents, my opponents, and I'm gonna leave it at that. But I'm gonna say this: if somebody continue to hire a person that harvests ballots and break the law, because y'all remember Mayor Dyer still don't like me because of his mugshot 20 years ago. Ballot harvesting is illegal. Sending somebody to someone's house to get a senior, especially ballot, is illegal. And so if you're willing to break the law to get a vote for you and you're paying them to get it, that tells me about your true character and what you're willing to do. So both of the candidates have hired the same person, Sandra Lewis. They both have hired her. And even with Shaniqua went so far to bring her into her camp in July of last year and paid her. Whatever you want to call it, I'm looking how you spend my taxpayers' money, and I'm looking at who you are. And I'm looking at, are you willing to follow abide by the law?
But
So
real quick, Lawanna, I want to bring in another VIP guest real quick to find out his thought. Let's bring in Bugatti.
Oh, it was right.
Okay, Bugatti, you know what I'm saying?
How y'all doing? How you doing? What's up? How you doing?
Hello.
Don't beat me up, Bugatti.
Nah,
okay.
nah.
Boo, let me hear your input on the, you know, like I said, we was talking about the flyer that's going around. I don't know if it's a flyer or door hanger. What's your input on that? You know what I'm saying? Because you seen it, huh?
Snake move. I agree with the candidate that's running. You shouldn't do you don't have to do that to win a race. That's like running track and throwing rocks in the other person's lane and they trip and fall for you to win. Win on your own mallet. You know what I'm saying? Be productive on that end. You know, and I was listening to you, ma'am, and I always say community service, being for the community don't start today. It started yesterday. So when you say you grounds roots, been doing this, teaching people how to get grants, this and that, that's community. And it's already embedded in you probably from a childhood. And that's what I like by anybody running for any political party. What's your roots? Where did you start? Did you just start going to church? No, I've been going to church. Have you been doing community outreach for kids and elders? That means you genuine, embedded in what you're doing. And that means you will serve the community better than any other candidate, because you just like you say, I'm not gonna throw salt on them. I'm gonna run my race. Mm-hmm. So I'm focusing on my race, and that in itself make me feel good about you.
Thank you.
It ain't no ego in it. A lot
of hear Boo saying
that. A
that
lot of playing with that ego. You know what I'm saying? Let's face the music. You know, genuine people for the community, you could see it in them. They character in them. Not saying they not genuine in it, but they ain't invested as much. It's almost like training. You got to put in thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of hours to be a Michael Jordan. And you know, some of these candidates, they not that. Mm-hmm.
Right.
They not that.
Well, hey man, like I said, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. That's very well said by my man Bugatti. I got another text on my phone. This girl, Mimi, she didn't know anything about Lawanna before. She just knew about the other two candidates that was in the race, and she didn't know nothing about it. And she just texted me on my phone, said, you know, thumbs up to Lawanna. So Lawanna, you getting your thumbs up right now. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I mean, from what she didn't even know that you was in the race. She knew the other two, and she's been hearing about Regina. She's been hearing about Sharon Rose, but she didn't even know that you was in the race. So that's a bonus. That's a plus. So that speaks volume. That speaks volume.
Yes. And I don't know. It's a guy, and I'm gonna reiterate this because I said it before. His name was Mr. Cooper. He out of the Washington Shores area, and an elder guy. I think he passed away around 96, in his 90s, if I'm not mistaken.
Mhm.
And he used to always say, if the community wanna be involved, go to the town hall meetings. If and when your commissioner ain't doing what they say or trying to implement for the community, go get petitions, sign, fill them out, and go down there, and you got grounds to remove them if you don't like the way they move and are doing like this. But long as commissioners are in that political office, they be transparent with the community. You know, that's the beauty of it for me.
Right. Yeah.
Mhm.
For me,
Okay. You know what I'm saying? So hey, I appreciate it, boo. You know what I'm
yes,
saying?
sir.
So anyway, like I said, we on our closeout. Erica, is there anything you would like to close out on? Because
Just real quick, I neglected to say when we first got Lawanna on, neglected to say that she has over 4 decades of community service in Orlando, from everything from HIV management back in the 90s, in the 2000s. She was one of the first, yes, advocates for that.
yes,
And since then, she's been advocating for equality and justice for more than 38 years. She's been in fiscal management. So I don't know if that really makes a difference, but
Big difference.
she is
yeah, big
38
difference.
years in fiscal management either. But
Yes,
anyway, leading local businesses and nonprofits to integrity and vision. And I would be neglectful if I didn't say this last part, G, and I'm gonna close out with this. She has been a champion for the environment,
Thank you.
especially Paramore has actually
right,
done documentaries on how they dump poison in Paramore and how that has impacted the families that live in Paramore for generations. And all
right.
of that was without a title. There's
That's
Right.
more
knowledge.
that I
See,
could
That's
say,
yeah,
but I'm gonna leave it at that. I'll let her say what she
I
wants. I
appreciate
know
that's
we got to close out.
yeah. That's
beautiful.
pretty
That's
volume.
knowledge.
You know,
See, that's
exactly.
information that's the type of information that's needed for the
Okay.
community.
Right,
She's
exactly.
the ears and eyes and voice for the community, and by
Mhm.
her sharing that information shows her care for the community.
Thank you,
Right.
Yes,
Eric.
And,
yes.
and
And
Lawana, before G, I'm gonna shut up in a minute. I promise. Lawana, you will tell them how to find that documentary because that's very important. It's still on YouTube.
right,
Oh, you you
okay.
you talking about the Huffington Post story, or are you
Yes.
talking? Yes, it's still on Huffington Post. If somebody call me, I can send it to them. Um, I would just say this: environmental injustice is the number one cause of death for people of color. It's everywhere. But when it became apparent the place that I used to play on the railroad tracks was contaminated, and as an adult who played basketball, don't smoke, don't drink, came down with respiratory issues, this is serious. So I am still the only one of the only organizations in the state of Florida that still got EPA funding. The president have pulled everybody money back. But the grant that I got was not an environmental justice grant. It's to study the air quality in 14 communities because we have one of the worst asthma rates in the country. We're in the 98th percentile for the worst air in these communities and asthma. Health disparities. This is major.
Mm,
And I say this to say, wake up, my brothers and sisters. We have the dumps are in our community. All the roads are in our community. You keep thinking it's because the way we eat. No, it's what's in our community. It's what's in the ground. It's what we breathe. It's in our water. I mean, I watched them spend $52 million on the Tico gas plant right there on Robinson Street, down the street from the FAMU Law School. $52 million. They went down 65 feet. It's
mm,
2 football fields long and 1 football field wide with 2 feet concrete. We call it the Paramore coffin. And at 35 feet down, they found 2 vaults filled with chemicals that will burn you alive. This has
wow.
been in our community for years. And so I I will not let my opponents tell me that this is not affecting us, because the federal government said it did. That's why they funded our projects. So don't look away. Don't talk about the environment. I'm not saying I know everything, but I know how to find people who do and put them on
I
my
know.
team. So the Central Florida Black Nurses Association is one of my partners. UCF Environmental Division is one of my partners. My alma mater, Rollins College, is one of my partners. I know how to partner and work with people, different churches. My Hispanic brothers and sisters are my partner. I am saying it's not just Lawanna, but one thing, if I found out this was happening in my community, it has been happening everywhere. And we need somebody that will stand up and speak up for us. We lost 8,000 trees because the mayor
Wow.
wanted to put the packing district there. Now we have flooding. Man-made flooding is the reason why a lot of these people are losing their homes. So
Yes.
this is for planning. When you asked about growth management, urban planning, you can't do what you always done. And what they've always done is put what they don't want in their community in our communities. And that's unfair to us. So yes,
Yeah.
Lawanna will stand up and stand with you and share the information with you so we can be at the top of the list to get remediation, which means cleaning up all of this contamination in our community, and stop telling us we're going to be okay. Because that Huffington Post story, the day after they filmed the late Latoya, she died the next day from all the problems living across this site. And her husband has since died. So
Wow.
this is happening to us. And we need to understand it's not what we eat, it's a lot with where we live and what we
Air
breathe.
quality control.
Air
Yes.
quality.
Quality
It's
control.
serious.
Yes.
Serious.
That's real.
It's serious. I'm
It's
certified.
very
I'm
serious.
certified and it's very serious.
Serious. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
I can't contest to that. That's a check plus. It's very
Yeah.
serious. And if you got homes, check your air quality in your homes. Call your insurance company and say, hey, can you send someone to do an air quality check? You need it. You need it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, man,
It,
y'all hear it, man. It only happens right here on Word on the Street, man. So hey, man,
Right.
that's what I'm trying to tell you, man. The most anticipated podcast that everybody's talking about, that everybody's hating on, that everybody's mad at, that everybody, you know what I'm saying, wants to be a part of secretly. You know what I'm saying? We do this for real, man, and we've been out here serving our community for over 30 years, man. You know what I'm saying? From the magazine to the TV show to now the podcast, and you know what I'm saying, whatever else God may bring us. But you know what I'm saying, we definitely been in the community. We're gonna stay in the community, and we're gonna stay prayed up and stay on bended knees, and so should you. So we got a great show. Lawanna, we want to have you come back because we definitely we like what you
anytime you
saying.
want me, I'm here.
You know what I'm saying?
Anytime.
We definitely getting ready for the 15th. You know what I'm saying? In case y'all don't know, the 15th is going down. That's right. The debate. That's right. And it gets heated in the kitchen sometimes. And before I go, you know what I'm saying? Before we all peel up out of here, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show y'all some of the stuff that went on in the last debate. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all, I see some of my people on Instagram, they just jumping on and they went off and now they're jumping back on. I see some of my Facebook people, they popping back on. But I'm going to show y'all, and we keep it political. You know what I'm saying? My people say I was saying it wrong, political, but you know, Lawanna, you know what I'm saying. But we keep it correct. That's what I'm gonna say. We keep it correct. There's no, you know what I'm saying. We don't want no candidates with no fights for real. You know what I'm saying. So it's supposed to be where they're gonna speak their piece about what they're gonna do to change and to make District 5 a better area. So that's what each candidate does. It's a debate just like anything from the presidential thing, but we keep it correct. We keep it correct. And like I said, so if you definitely want to be a part of it, you want to make sure you log on that day because we
Mhm.
will be broadcasting it live from wherever
Okay.
we at, October the 15th.
Okay.
That being said, I got, you know what I'm saying, we got the apple of the eye. She want to step and said something. What she says, Erica, can you see it?
Yes. It says weekly podcasts are pertinent at this time.
Yes,
Yes, it
thank
is.
you. We appreciate you. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? But anyway, like I said, we're gonna take y'all out and we're gonna kind of show y'all what went down, you know, at the last one, if y'all don't mind. You know what I'm saying? Let's get right into it, matter of fact.
Because the last time I ran for District 5, it was 2002. Soon after that, I moved from the community. But what I have learned is when I was looking at a flyer, one of the young ladies that's helping me out, she found that flyer. And the issues that we were talking about, economic development, job, youth, innovation, all the different programs that we're talking about today, what I learned was you don't have to always be in office to be a change agent. You can get the work done. So I've used what I've learned from running, but I never stopped doing the work in the community. And that's what I have learned. It's about showing the community what will benefit them, providing them with information and moving forward because the community eventually will catch up with you or understand what you're talking about. So to talk about these issues over 20 years ago and we're talking about them today, meaning we need improvement. But what I did different, I found funding to close that community equity gap. That's what Gelzer has done.
So I did not start an election or a campaign for any other position prior to this, and there are several in the room that had either started gathering groups or they had started a campaign for another seat. I'm not a seat hopper, so I did run in 2021, and I did not win. And because I did not win, I continued to do the work in this community. I continued to be a champion for the people. I continued to bring people's visions and thoughts and complaints into real life. When I ran in 2021, Polk Street was having issues with speeding. They now have speed bumps. I'm part of the community, I'm part of a lot of organizations. I'm part of the Paramore Main Street District where we're working on how do we bridge the gap with the businesses that are here and make them stronger. I've joined a lot of organizations. I'm part of the Red Cross. I'm on the board. I'm part of the Orange County Children and Family Services Board. So I've been active and I've been involved and engaged in the understanding the needs that I heard and making them real life. We talk about the Jones High School and the students that are there. I requested a safety study to be done, and they're currently in the process of working on those safety things. So it's about hearing from the people, and what I'm doing differently is I'm actually delivering results for the things that people said that they needed along the way when I was funding in 2021.
Okay, hold on. Okay, I gotta come in on this.
Rebuttal.
I gotta come in. No, I gotta come in. Erica, explain what Shan talking about seat hopper.
Well, I will say that Miss Shan, eloquently uses a lot of words to say a lot of nothing. But with that, I would like to say that those who do find their way around to different seats are looking to serve their community in such a way that, sometimes it's difficult when you have 7 people in a race. It becomes very crowded and it's very difficult to be able to have that position. So for those who have seat hopped, it's because we're looking for that equity. We're looking for that opportunity. And I'm not saying me because I've only run for District 5 and I only ran once.
Okay.
So what I will say is that
Hold on. Lawanna, same thing, rebut on it.
What I can say is, yes, I was in another race. However, when this opportunity came, I did not tell people up front I was running. I had my attorneys and everybody say that if you wanted to continue the process of bringing over $5 million into the community, you would have a conflict. And so therefore, the community had an emergency meeting on a Friday. They asked me to step into this race and represent them.
Okay,
and so
okay,
I answered their call.
Okay, close out.
So what's to say that you're gonna get elected and you're not gonna have the same issue and the same conflict? If you're gonna fight for the people and you've been talking about for years, you've been fighting for the people on the outside. I think that's a good thing to continue to do that and be able to assist as the next commissioner, be able to assist me to get the work and bring the money and bring the policy and work together to bring change.
But I would like to rebuttal.
I
would like to rebuttal with the
Yes,
idea
thank
that
you.
the young lady who asked the question as to why a New Yorker is running for a Florida seat, I would like to know exactly. Well, I don't want to know anything about what you got going on, but as a native of District 5, as a native of District 5, as a product of District 5, as a product of Orange County Public Schools, as a product of UCF, as a product of this community, I will not allow for anybody to stand in front of me and pretend as though they care so much about my community that they know so much about that they just learned about 5 or 6 years ago.
That's not true.
That's not true. That is actually not true.
That's not true. Ms. Gelzer going to say, Miss Rose, you had a job and you have worked for me because I believe in you. However, at this particular time, you know why I'm in the race. You know why the community, you know what the situation is. You keep telling people you were a long-serving individual. Let's just be honest. You had to make a decision to leave the city or you would have been terminated. But the relationship we had together, you came to me and I worked with you and I will continue to work with you. However you want me to continue to work.
Let's talk about
so you can benefit from
So let's talk about something. There's no one in this room who has lost a 3.5-year-old child and a husband by gun violence who has not continued to do the work for the community. So yes, I did make a choice because my mental health was more important than any job.
All right, let's break it up. Let's break it up.
But you're the one that brought it up.
We don't want real smoke. We don't want real smoke. All right, y'all take your seat. Y'all take your seat. Hey, it's word on the street, man.
Work for me.
We like to say we like to smoke, but we don't want real smoke. But anyway.
That was some real smoke, huh?
But the point is, she brought it up, and the point is,
yeah, it's kind of like when the lawyers open the door.
Since that happened, the truth has come out. She didn't leave voluntarily; she was fired from the city. I don't believe no one should go through all of that, but you got to add up the truth. Stop not telling the truth. And the facts are out there. I don't believe nobody, but whatever you will let go for, I know why you will let go. But because I'm a person of standards and high value, I'm not going to put it out there. But you got to be very careful when you attack people who know the facts and others that know the truth. I can't stop other people from telling the truth about you. So, yeah, I was asked, and yes, it wasn't heated, and she was the first one that brought it up. As a person, I'm not going to stand there and let you throw a stone at me. I'm not going to hit you or nothing, but I would defend who I am. And I have, and that's why I said I would not. And so she said that she wanted to work with me. Yet I've not been invited to any of her 500 meetings that she's had. I've not received any of the information. I've not been appointed to any boards. I have not. Everything she said was contradictory of her behavior. So you can say a lot in front of people. But the thing about Gelzer is I perform, I deliver, and I'm about doing the right thing for my community. So I just tell the truth. Both of the candidates need to tell the truth about what is happening to them so people can make a true determination on who they want to vote for. And if they like who you are, they'll vote for you. But stop lying. Gelzer ain't lying. Gelzer waited.
Hey, that need to be the somebody said laugh out loud, Lawanna.
I don't know what that means. I had to ask my niece what LOL mean. I finally figured it out about 5 years ago. What I'm saying is
that one said laugh out loud, Lawanna. That means stop. You raking them over the coals. I'm gonna toss it back to G because I know he's looking at me like wrap it up, but I could talk to you for days.
Listen, I'm having fun with this, man. This is we said an hour, we've actually went an hour and 30 minutes, but it's been very important to my audience, you know what I'm saying? It's been very important and it's been very informative to my audience because like I said, now these people get to see the side of Lawanna. So that means a lot. That's what we here for. We here for the community to show them, you know what I'm saying, the other side and to see, you know what I'm saying, to give Lawanna the opportunity, to give all the candidates the opportunity to speak their piece and you know, tell their side of the story on the platform instead of a town hall meeting where you got everybody that's out there that's, you know what I'm saying, sitting there watching you and want you to say it a certain way and answer to whatever she said. So this is what this platform does. It gives them that chance to open up on their own. Now, Regina comes on and she can, you know, open up on her own. Shan Rose can come on and open up on her own on the platform so people can have a chance to look at it on their cell phone, on their computer, on their laptop, and really find out a good understanding on the candidates who they're going to vote for November the 5th. Am I right on the 4th? Okay, November the 4th. So that's what it's all about. People want to know what is in that person's head. We don't want to have a thing where we see right now where we dealing with a president that we, you know what I'm saying, we got a bad apple in the fucking seat. Excuse my French. We got a bad apple in the seat. So it's time for y'all people to stop sitting around and get up and vote. Vote. It's very important. That's all I got to say, man.
I gotta agree with you. People just need to do their own research and ask the hard questions. The mouth, my father would say this, people don't want to hear the truth. Oh, that's my brother. Hi, Simon. And then people don't want to hear the truth. But the most important thing, the mouth can say whatever it wants to. Hold them accountable, because people are not telling the truth about a lot of things when it comes to this race. My other two opponents, you ask me, this is what you're going to get. This is Lawanna Gelzer. I'm an open book. I am not perfect, but I can pass all kinds of background checks. I'm not perfect, but I love my community, and I'm here to be a servant. I'm not perfect, but I fear God. I'm not perfect, but I appreciate the shoulders that I stand on. I'm not perfect, but I need you as registered voters to vote for Gelzer on November 4th, because I'll be the best one to serve you. I'm first on the ballot, and I'm not afraid to be held accountable. I'm not. Oh my God.
Okay. Well, y'all heard it, man, Lawanna. Okay, Lawanna, close out. 2 words. You can only use 2 words.
Integrity matters.
Okay, y'all heard that. Okay, 2 words. You can only use 2. No, we got that. You know what I'm saying? That's 2 words on the other 2 opponents. 2 words.
I can get 4 because it's 2 of them. Do your research. Find out the truth about my opponents. When you find out the truth, you'll be voting for Gelzer.
Hey man, we can't make this up, man. This is very crazy, man. So hey, y'all see, man, only on word on the street, man, when we do it, man, we make it happen, man. But anyway, y'all tune in tomorrow, man. Well, not tomorrow, you know what I'm saying? We'll be back Monday. And we got more of this, man, because we're going to follow this thing all the way to November the 4th. And if you haven't voted, or if you haven't got your email, I'm going to say your email registered to vote, go ahead and get it. If you're in District 5, make sure you put the right person back in that seat. Make sure you put the right person back in that seat. District 5, November the 4th. Very important. Very important. Okay. Erica?
I enjoyed the interview, Lawanna. Thank you so much. Thank you for all the community service that you've done for the past 4 decades. I appreciate you. I'm not a native of Orlando, but I lived here for 25 years, recently back. And I've known the work that you've done for a very long time. So thank you for having the courage to put your hat in the race. And as G said, I'm just going to echo what you said, G. Um, on November the 4th, make sure, well, number one, I'm sure they're going to have early voting. I'm not I'm not completely aware of the dates, but on November 4th, put your vote in for the person that you feel is going to serve this community the way you want it to be served. And that's all we're trying to do here at Word on the Streets.
Yeah. We appreciate y'all for coming out tonight, man, and taking the time to enjoy the show. And hey, man, like I said, all month long, stay on the channel so you can be updated. That's all I'm gonna tell you. Stay on the channel. If you're on YouTube, stay on the channel. Stay on Instagram. Stay on the channel. Facebook. All month long, we're gonna talk about it. That's right.
Okay.
You know what I'm
All
saying?
right.
And big love to the Breast Awareness Month. October.
And domestic violence, both months. Both
Yes.
months. Domestic violence and purple and breast cancer. And yeah, because I've lost friends and families to both.
Yes.
Oh,
So
yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll holler.
Well, my name is Lawanna Gelzer, and I always introduce myself as one of the most civically engaging citizens you'll ever meet in the world. And I'm the only Lawanna Gelzer in the world, and I'm the candidate for Orlando City Commissioner District 5.
Well, Ms. Gelzer, we appreciate you for calling. We have put the invitation out to candidates in that race time and time again, and you are the first one to give us a call. So we appreciate you for giving us the courtesy and the consideration to talk to us tonight.
No, it's my pleasure. And since I'm the first, and since I'm on the first on the ballot, that should let all your listeners know Gelzer's not afraid of calling in and talking to people and bringing the truth. That's what it's all about. We can't hide our hands. Don't rush and hide our hands. We got to be out there and let the community hear what's going on and inform them that the best decision they can make, this is me, is Lawanna Gelzer. It's that simple.
Ms. Gelzer, here's what I'd like for you to do for us this evening. Since the world is opened up to you and all those District 5 listeners, tell people what your platform is.
My platform is quite a bit of things, but a lot of people know me for my environmental work. And so I always tell people that one thing I'm proud of the accomplishment is my ability to work with people on a state, local, and federal level. And that in the last 2.5 years, successfully, I've been able to bring over $5 million to the city of Orlando and surrounding communities, especially to serve our Black and brown communities. So I know how to find the money. So we're going to talk about a platform. I'm all about transportation, but of course infrastructure. And I'm talking about District 5, and that we're always at the bottom of the list as far as receiving stuff. I definitely want to address the housing crisis because I live in Paramore now. I grew up here, and I would just be honest with you. We got 5 homeless shelters. And even today, the city of Orlando voted to give another $150,000 to the Coalition of the Homeless and another $150,000 to the Christian Service Center. I don't mind giving funding, but when you look at everybody's performance, they're getting a D in the work that they're doing in our community. So you can't keep giving money to organizations that are failing the community and the people that they're supposed to serve. I'm always about enhancing youth, veterans, and senior programs. That's the foundation. Our young people and our seniors and our veterans. My dad was a veteran of the Korean War. And my seniors, that's what I said, $3.5 million to put refrigerators, stoves, all kinds of appliances in the seniors and keep them independent. That's what we were able to do last year. I've always worked with my young people. I've had young people go off to college. We were state national champions, the cheerleader program that I work with, and the football players that I work with. So keep going. You want me to keep going?
No, you're good. So, but listen, we have a couple questions for you. I had the honor and privilege of moderating a forum, a fireside chat with yourself and the other two candidates. And one of the questions that came up talked about, the gun violence in the community. And it seems like every day, we look at the news, and I'm not just saying here in Orlando, but just across the world, we're hearing about issues of people walking into churches, people walking into schools, people, walking around with firearms and different things like that. We know that there are bad actors out there. Would you be willing, or do you have any plan of how do we address identifying individuals who may be a threat before they become a threat, such as a school shooter and things of that nature?
Well, unfortunately, yes, I do, but we need to also don't forget that this state just became an open carry state. So while we are talking about gun violence, we have not put things in place to protect the community that been affected. So I'm constantly telling people, no more guns. The average citizen, when you add all the guns, why do we have an average of 3 guns in our home? But we don't have any money set aside for mental health counseling. No money set aside for good, innovative youth programs. No money set aside for that. But we can buy guns. We have enough guns on our street. Now we need to put the money and the effort into, as a math major, that bell curve. We're not going to save everybody, but I guarantee you, if you put the money in the middle, that group that's in the middle, those young people that are the CB students, those young people that are needing somebody to talk to them about bullying, those young people and people on the street with mental health issues, I guarantee you'll see a reduction in crime and gun violence.
Yeah. So now let me ask you this question. In terms of when the election is and what people need to look out for. When is this election for the District 5 Orlando race?
It's right around the corner. It's actually Tuesday, November the 4th.
Is it that quick?
Less than 29 days. Let's make it happen. So, yeah, it's that quick. That's a lot of people don't understand about the city of Orlando policies when it comes to running the election. It moved once Mayor Dyer became became the mayor. They moved from all the rest of the municipalities because it used to be at March, where all the other like Town of Eatonville, Winter Park, Alpapa, all of the elections are in March. The city stands alone, and the city of Orlando is the only city in Florida that conducts its own election, not the supervisor election, the city clerk, which is appointed by the mayor.
Ms. Gelzer, this is Rod. Let me ask you this question. And here's something that I really want to listen to your answer. We look across the board in politics now, and it's so polarized that you don't have D's talking to R's talking to D's. Do you believe that if you're elected, that you can actually work across the aisle to bring everything that you're talking about, affordable housing, look at mental health, and also public safety? What position would you take?
Actually, a person who might be registered as a Democrat, I've been working across the aisle all my life. I don't know how else to do anything. So I don't let nobody tell me who I can work with. I work with individuals who share the same interests and look at results. And that has nothing to do always with your party affiliation. It has to do how you were raised, what you believe in. So absolutely, I can work across the aisle because I've been doing it. I wouldn't be able to get federal funding in this climate if I wasn't able to work across the aisle. It doesn't make sense.
Thank you, Ms. Gelzer. Thank you. Appreciate that answer.
That's a great point. Hey, also at the fireside chat, there was a lot of talk about monies that's coming into District 5 and given to companies or businesses, but those businesses get the money and they disappear. What is your position on community redevelopment agency dollars and how those dollars are being used in the community currently?
That's about accountability, and that's why I said, as the next commissioner, that will not continue under my watch. With CRA dollars, with 80% of the District 5, 80% of that is in the CRA zone. accountability. You bring the money in and you talk, but you don't see the results. And that's why I said the opportunity with all the venues that we've been able to see built, the millions of dollars, all I saw was a couple of people being able to park cars. So it's not no economic development that's been coming to District 5. It's been sucked dry. And because it's been sucked dry, it looks like a third world country when you drive through it. But if you drive where the venues are, oh, everything is nice. When you drive by the UCF campus, it's nice, but no one talks about we lost $93 million from the first arena, and then you gave $13 million worth of property to the downtown campus for UCF of Valencia. They don't pay property taxes. So yes, it's nice to have a downtown campus. However, the average citizens after and students after COVID go to school online. We go to school online mostly. So I'm just looking at the money that has been wastefully spent with different organizations. I'm gonna bring up the homeless. We just spent in February when we fought against giving the Christian Service Center $3 million to have 2 buses to sleep people on for 2 years. 41 people for 2 years.
So wait. Stop. Hold on, wait. $3 million for 2 buses to sleep 41 people where?
We asked that question. We still, sometimes I go and look to see where the bus gonna be at. Because it shouldn't be this should not be moving. So who spends that kind of money? So who really benefited from that? Oh, wait a minute, they don't get to stay on the bus all day. They only at the evening time, and you never know who you might be sleeping by. So women and children and men, the 21, if each bus holds 21 people, so it has 21 beds, and you don't even have a kitchen. You have a bathroom to use, not really a shower. That's what the city just spent $3 million on. And my opponent that's currently in office led the charge, and she said because she was homeless at one time. This is inhumane. This is not how you treat people. This is a waste of tax dollars.
Ms. Gelzer, you said a word that Greg and I are all too familiar with, and that word that you said is looking to get results. And the only way that you can determine if you're getting results, if you benchmark and measure where you're at first to determine where you want to go. And so you said something tonight that really resonates, and that is you're looking to get results.
I'm looking to get results, but I also have brought results to our community. And I will never stop. I'm the only candidate that's been in the race. These two have sat in office and they want to go back. It's a job for them. It's a cause for me. It's a cause of service. It's all about doing the right thing. So once again, don't keep putting the same people in office when you ain't got no results. Y'all got results without being in office. Imagine what she can do when she's in office. And she has relationships with all the commissioners. We are never going to always agree on any and everything. However, I'm able to work with you. I'm able to negotiate. As a businesswoman of 45 years, I know how to strategically get stuff done, but also respect what you bring to the table. And I'm not just going to keep giving away money, hoping something might happen. This is not the outcome, and this is not what the district deserves. And so we've had both of those commissioners meet and take pictures. I don't do that. That's why I say you don't see everything I do on Facebook. But if you need to know, call me. If you need to know, find out what I'm bringing. I'm not lying about the money. I'm not. But I can tell you this much. The other ones, we've seen them not even put protective measures in place to protect the district that they're representing. That's a lack of leadership. That's a lack of not understanding what's going on. And we don't need that anymore. How much more do the district need to suffer for bad leadership? It has to stop.
Well, Ms. Gelzer, we appreciate you dialing into the show. And boy, you gave us a lot to think about.
And can I say this in code?
Yes, ma'am.
To each and every voter, do your own research on each candidate. research on each candidate and find out the truth. My late mom and late dad always used to say this: what's done in the dark will come out in the light. However, mom says a lot. People need to know what's going on in the upcoming election and what each candidate is facing. And stop with don't believe the hype. People got court dates. People got a trial that's coming up. Ask the hard question. Stop. Don't believe this stuff. Please, people, don't keep believing that everything is going to be okay if somebody gets back in. Do your research. And in your research, you will find both candidates. And one has a no rehire with the city, the one has a no rehire with the town of Eastville, the other one has 7 criminal state charges that they're facing. Wake up, people. We deserve better. Lawanna is not perfect, but Lawanna can pass all her federal background checks and have. I would be getting the funding if I could not pass the background checks. And now with the current administration, it's even harder to pull money down. It is harder.
Yeah.
So being held accountable, I'm not afraid of. Give me a chance and I'll show you what I can do for the entire district.
Well, listen, we appreciate you for calling in. Why don't you tell the folks once again where they can vote, when they can vote, and also where they can get some additional information about your campaign?
I would say this: Lawanna Gelzer is the only one in the country, in the world. My phone number is 407-953-5599. Call me. My website is lawannagelzer.com. That's LAWANNA. G like in giraffe, EL, Z like in zebra, ER. And the election is coming up on November 4th, and early voting is October the 27th through November the 2nd. It's clear that we only have one choice. Since I'm the first on the ballot, I'm not afraid to call in. I'm not afraid to be held accountable. All I'm saying is, people, let's wake up and put Gelzer in office so she can do what we need to do together.
Any thoughts on the use of certain ballots and things like that, and what you would encourage people to do in terms of the ballot shaping?
I know what harvesting ballots is all about. Currently, Regina used to use Sandra Lewis, and she goes out. She's a ballot broker. She gets paid thousands of dollars to deliver absentee ballots. Well, this last election in May, guess who hired Sandra Lewis? Janika Rose to pick up ballots. And on top of that, she hired Sandra Lewis to work for the city of Atlanta. And with the Electric Daisy money, she gave her defunct Ebony Beauty School $3,300, which is outside the service area for what the money was for, and she's doing. This is what is going on with these two opponents or candidates. That's just a little bit. Do your research, people. Do your research. Mom says a lot.
Well, Ms. Gelzer, we thank you for calling in, and you just go ahead and continue to keep up the work that you're doing.
I appreciate it, my brother. And thank you for the opportunity, both y'all. Greg and Rod, it's a pleasure to be on your show. Thank you very much.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Good luck to you in your election.
Okay.
All righty. Bye-bye.
All right.
So listen, we've had our first candidate for Orlando District 5 to give us a call. Doc, that's your former stomping ground, man.
Yeah.
And let's not be remiss to say that this forum is open for all of the candidates.
Listen, we just gave the number and said, anybody wants to call. That's how it always is.